Before I begin today's video, I want to give a big shout out to James Shaw Jr., a 29-year-old male who was able to put an end to a mass shooting that happened in Antioch, Tennessee at a Waffle House. This is in the Nashville metro area. James Shaw Jr. is just sitting there eating his food, enjoying his time. All of a sudden, he's hearing noises. He's thinking it's dishes breaking or whatnot. Then he realized that it's a mass shooting going on. People are scattering around. He knows that it's a problem. So he is in a situation where he knows that he could be killed and those around him could be killed as well. At a certain point, the shooter pauses, and we don't know if he was reloading, if his gun jammed or what. James Shaw Jr. decides he's going to take advantage of the opportunity to jump in, take the gun from him, and then the shooting ends. So shout out to him for being brave, for risking his life. He did not have any kind of gun, any kind of knife, no blunt force object. He took the gun by the barrel, burnt his hand, got grazed by a bullet on his elbow, and was able to put an end to that. Unfortunately, 4 people died, many more got injured, but thankfully no one else was killed and no one else was injured thanks to James Shaw Jr.'s quick and brave action. So James Shaw Jr., if you're listening, thank you for your actions. We appreciate people like you, and I hope that many more of us could be just like yourself. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about that meta shooting that happened in the Nashville area of Tennessee, more specifically at a Waffle House in Antioch, Tennessee. Very unfortunate. Like I said in the beginning of this video, 4 people died. I'll place their names in the box below, also on the screen before you. Many more got injured. Very unfortunate. It's not known as of right now if the shooter, a guy by the name of Travis Reinking, was in the process of a hate crime, because the people that he shot and killed, 3 of them were black, 1 of them was Hispanic. We don't know if it's a hate crime or what. All we know now is that we have a mass shooter on our hands. Now, what happened here? Why did it happen? How did it happen? Did anybody know that it was going to be a problem beforehand? What's going on? First of all, let's go back to the actual scene of the crime. The guy, Travis Reinking, was naked except for a jacket. Now, I don't know if he had on a book bag as well, because after James Shaw Jr. came in there, saved the day, wrestled the gun away, the shooter did not have the weapon he used to commit the act in the place anymore. That was basically taken by James Shaw Jr. Now, the shooter was able to escape. I don't really know how, but he was. About 24 hours later, the police capture him. Now, when they capture him, he has a backpack on. In his backpack, he has a .45 handgun, ammunition, and a flashlight. So he did not have the so-called assault weapon, AR-15 or whatever it was anymore, which he used to commit the crime in the actual Waffle House, but he still had a very powerful and dangerous handgun, a .45. I mean, that can do some serious damage in a very quick fashion. So I don't know if he had that backpack while he was shooting or after. That's pretty important to know, because if he had it during the shooting, James Shaw Jr. could have been shot by that when he approached him. And also he could have used that during the actual crime. Furthermore, if he did not have the backpack, then maybe he had it stashed away somewhere. Maybe he had an escape route planned. Maybe he thought he'd be able to go in there, do the shooting, and then run away, grab his backpack if he had to. I don't really know what's happening, but that's how they captured him, and that's pretty much what went down at the Waffle House and thereafter. Now, the twist here is that the police have already had contact with the guy. He had problems. They called him delusional. It was a situation that got to the point where the police seized his weapon. I don't know how old the guy, Travis, is, but I presume he's an adult because he had the rifle and other guns, I suppose, legally. Now, for some reason or another, they were giving back to his father. His father then goes over to police officers, the police department's head, and gives the guns back to his son. Then, of course, the son goes out and kills 4 people, injures many others, and then takes the police on a 24-hour manhunt where they got to find them with more guns and more ammunition. So what happened here? Why is it that we keep hearing about these shooters who are known to authorities, who are known to have issues who can pretty much be predicted that they would go out and do something like this. Sometimes there's actions taken, sometimes they're not. In this case, an action was taken. However, the action was overruled by the father. So the dad, from what I'm reading and from what I would just know as a common sense thing, he's most certainly in trouble. I say give him and his son the ultimate, whatever it is, whether it be the rope, life in jail, whatever it is, give him the ultimate, because you took 4 people away and the father was complicit in that because the police took that method of destruction away from him and you gave it back. See, it's one thing if the police take your gun away from you and then you go get a gun illegally on the street. They can't control that. The father can't control that. But if the police do what's all in their power, take the gun from you, and then the dad goes over the police department's head and gives the gun back, what can the police do? They have done their job. So in this case, some may blame the police, some may blame the FBI, but what more could the police have done? Some would say, oh, well, the gun shouldn't have gone back to the father. Well, how do you know that the father was going to be involved in any kind of criminal mischief? How do you know the father was going to give the guns back to his son? There's no way of really knowing that. At the end of the day, as I close, rest in peace to all those who died. Prayers out to your families. Hopefully all of those who are injured can get well soon. Prayers out to you and your families as well. And like I said in the very beginning, shout out to James Shaw Jr. He is an ultimate hero. We need more people like him. If he was armed, I'm not saying he should have been or he should not have been, but if James Shaw Jr. was armed, I think the situation would have been resolved much more quickly. And maybe if everybody was armed and the guy knew it, then the situation wouldn't have gone quite the way it did. So what do you think? Was this a matter of the father enabling the son to go out there and do wrong? Was it a matter of the police not doing their job? How about the FBI? What do you think about James Shaw Jr.? How about this guy, Travis Reinking? What about him? Is he mentally deranged? Like I said, he was naked except for like a jacket on his back, maybe a book bag, and that's it. I mean, what kind of guy goes into a restaurant naked and starts shooting? How did he get to the actual, did he drive? Like, what's going on with that? I think there are many more questions that must be asked. Another one is, was he some kind of racist? Was it a race-driven thing? His rampage in the Waffle House. Why did he do what he did? It's not really clear why the guy did what he did. Some may say it was a racially motivated crime because, like I said earlier, you had 3 black victims and 1 Hispanic victim that actually died. I'm not sure about those who were injured. Maybe they were of other races. Maybe they were of the black and Hispanic race. I really don't know. But what is clear is that the police had contact with him and they did pretty much all that they could have done. If they could have done more, please let me know in the comments below. What I do know is that the father really is a big part of the reason why the son was able to do what he did. He enabled the son to do what he did. Now, I'm not saying it's totally his fault because at the end of the day, it's not the father who went out there and pulled the trigger. The son pulled the trigger. And I think even if the father did not give his guns back to his son, then the son still probably would have found a way to go out there and do what he did, unfortunately. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.